All right. All right, guys, welcome back. This is our second Script Sundays TV speaker series where we have someone each month, whether it's someone internally in the group or somebody we bring in, speak on a certain topic. And what I'm going to be touching on today is the film and TV talent agencies and kind of the power of just knowing about how that system works and the association. And, how this was kind of the same thing I was sort of taught when I was back in Michigan, and it was part of one of the main driving force for me moving out here. So what I'm going to do is kind of share my screen real quick. And if you guys should be able to see like a folder. So this is the folder of a coach I met named Kate Lupo. She's no longer currently involved in her coaching system, but basically she used to work as an assistant at ICM Partners. And she had a program called Entry Level Hollywood. So if you look right here, I just see here, Entry Level Hollywood. Share my screen. So this is the booklet that she kind of went over with me about. And part of what you do is that basically this industry, a lot of people come in here and they may not be aware of really the different paths involved. And one thing she exposed me to was the agency route. And in this, she pretty much talked about basically the different paths involved when you go through a mailroom. She was actually listed as one of the top 10 Hollywood assistants. She was featured in Variety. So that's her right there. So this was back around maybe fall of 2018 when a family friend first introduced me to her, and she had this course. And basically she started educating me pretty much on just the different industries. And it kind of works similar to this. Basically, the agency is this middle of the wheel right here. I think the spoke, they call it. All right. And then she kind of just went over just things about, working in the agency, how that's kind of like, one of the entry level positions to where a lot of people end up working their way from the mailroom to being an assistant. And then they end up taking that. And a lot of writers become assistants for a talent agent. And then they pivot that off into showrunning, into being what they call a showrunner's assistant. So she educated me on that. She had a course where she, does all these lectures and different things. Do you guys see that picture of her right here?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So she has these courses and things she took me through, and we had a couple one-on-one sessions. And she pretty much broke down the difference between a talent agent, talent agencies, the management companies, the studios, the networks, and the production companies. And she broke that down with me, talking about how at the end of the day, the agencies still serve as that central hub. And when you work your way up through an agency as a potential career route, and you end up working on a desk, that's where you'll be able to pivot off as an assistant to either maybe get a position as an assistant for like a studio exec or a talent manager. It's kind of like a training ground for that. Fortunately for me with COVID-19, that that made a different pivot for me. But at the same time, that route is still tried and true. Obviously we're still at a point where everybody has to get back to work. Everyone's not back at work yet, and all that good stuff. So hold on a second. So that kind of explains a little bit right there.